Hi everybody, Dale Campbell here again at Don Johnson Motors in Rice Lake, Wisconsin, where I'd like to tell you about our 2018 GMC Acadia Denali. This is a white frost tri-coat exterior color. It's a beautiful choice. It's also paired up with the cocoa shale interior. The Denali, of course, has the unique front grille, the wheels, trim inside. It's a great looking combination. It's the luxury vehicle, of course. See your way down the road at night with the projector beam headlamps and of course the daytime driving lamps around them. The projector beam fog lamps on the front also. It's also equipped with forward collision alert. Those are those little round sensors that you see in the front bumper. Actually, I'm sorry, that's front park assist. The forward collision alert is, the camera for that is in the, right behind the interior rearview mirror, and it has automatic pedestrian braking along with the adaptive cruise control. Also has surround vision. Okay, surround vision. So in the grille, there's a camera that's looking forward. Underneath both outside rear view mirrors, there's a camera. There's another camera in the back, separate from, of course, your rear park assist camera. Gives you a nice surround vision. I'll show you that when we're inside the vehicle. Of course, the Denali has chrome on it. The lower chrome beltline molding with the name of Denali in it. The surround around the door handles with chrome, and of course the around the window frames with chrome, and then the luggage rack. So it's a very good, unique, trimmed vehicle. Let's take a peek at the interior while we're here. The dual power passenger and driver seat gives you, of course, your lumbar, your recliner, and the 6-way power base. The cocoa shale is a great combination. You see the Denali in the headrests. Nice badging for that. See the accent trim and stitching on the doors, also in the dash. The wood grain, very good combination. Little storage area in the armrest for you. There's a little pocket ahead of it where you can put your cell phone, varying on where you'd like to keep it there. Of course, maybe one of these cup holders. You have your drivetrain select knob there, so you can have it in either the front wheel drive or the all-wheel drive, which is the 4-wheel drive switch there, or position. The sport mode, which is that flag. The off-road mode, which is, of course, the little zigzags there with a mountain in the background. And then, of course, there's a trailer hitch on this, so it has a trailer tow mode. Then you also see we've got the lane departure switch. You can have that on. It's a great feature to keep you within the lines as you're driving down the road. Ultrasonic rear park assist. It's for turning it on and off for front or rear parking. The cup holders, the shift handle, of course, with the plus and minus on the top to control at 6-speed if you'd like to make it manually. It's going to work automatically like every other transmission. And of course we have the traction control on and off with the hazard switch. For your comfort, we've got heated and cooled front driver and passenger seat. And down in front in that little storage area, there's a couple USB ports, an input for an iPod, and a 12-volt power outlet. And of course you got the dual automatic climate controls knobs that are here, so you and your guests can adjust your temperatures from varying from 60 degrees down or up to 90 degrees. Very comfortable to make it that way for you. And of course you get your radio, the color touchscreen radio. There's your home icon, where you've got the upper corner on the left where you display your AM, FM, or XM, or maybe you're listening to something off from your smartphone. You can stream music through the media. And of course the phone button there, there's a weather button. We'll go through all that when you're here. There's a second page on this system. So you can see it's there for the rear climate control. There's a backup camera, so you can actually look at the camera behind you or ahead of you at different speeds. Traffic, it's another thing we'll explain when you're here. And then, of course, the shop mode. We'll show you all of that and talk about that when you stop in. It is equipped with the dual Skyscape sunroof. The front one, we've got the shade open right now, and the back one we don't. Of course, that back glass is a fixed glass, where the front one is the functional one. Open and close that. And of course, the overhead console, we've got the home link, so you can pair up to 3 different garage doors or remote functions. The switches for the sunroof, and then of course your dome lamp switches, along with the buttons for OnStar. OnStar's got a lot of great features. We'll explain that when you're stopping in. Of course, the auto dimming rear view mirror too. Let's take a look now at that second row. This is a 6-passenger vehicle. We've got buckets in the front, buckets in the center row, and a 2-person third row seat. These seats are on tracks. They can slide back and forth. They do have some recliner in them. They've got armrests that'll fold down for your comfort for the guests in the second row also. And we do have heated seats for the guests in the second row. The switch is right there for both right and left with the climate control system. A couple USB ports. Then, of course, there's a 12-volt power outlet. I'm sorry, a 110-volt power outlet. And a little storage cubby that's down there. You can pull it to open it up. It goes quite deep. Some storage in the back of the seats. Now we'll explain how these seats work. You can gain access to the third row here. The passenger side won't change its angle, so if you happen to have young children, you can leave that forward-facing child seat in there, not worry about moving that. We pull this handle right up here. That seat's going to come forward. I'll step back so you can get a better view now. See, that angle didn't change at all. So if you did have a forward-facing child seat, that would sit right in there and not have to be pulled out. So varying on how far you have the front seat will affect how close the second row can slide forward. That will give you more or less room to gain access to the third row. As you can see, we've got one third row seat up and one down right now. I'll show you how those do go up and down. The other seat on the other side does fold also. I'm going to put this one back because these do fold down. We pull this handle here, or there's a lever in the back we can use, and you can see how that folds down. Some other safety features we've got as we work our way to the back of the vehicle is it does have rear cross traffic alert. There's a sensor in this fender. When you put the vehicle in reverse, it'll indicate if there's a vehicle coming from the right or left of you. You have the ultrasonic rear park assist, those round sensors in the rear bumper. It's got, of course, the rear backup camera, and then there's another camera that helps with the surround vision. And of course, this gate does have hands-free. So, on the driver's side, right behind the mud flap, and between the mud flap and the tailpipe, we take our foot, we swing it up under here, and that gate will open. Very nice and easy and convenient. The gate is set in the fully max open position right now. Remember, we do have the 3/4 adjustment. You can set it at and program how high you'd like that to open, so you don't have any problems if you're in a restricted height area. So to lower these seats down, I'm going to pivot that headrest up for a second. So that is where they would be when guests are riding back there. To lower them, we pull on the strap and push the seat forward, and it'll go down. So we pull on the strap first, the headrest goes down, and then the whole seat can go down. You can see now a little better picture of what it's like for hauling cargo or passengers, either way, if you have those seats up. And I mentioned that there is handles, good view of them with this interior color. So put that second row seat down, we're going to pull that upper handle, and we'll see that second seat go down from the third row area. And I'll step back and you get another view of how that is nice and roomy with everything down. There's a little storage that's back here underneath this cover. You can see there a couple compartments for you, a left and a right, a little more storage off to the left. There is another 12-volt power outlet back here if you needed to power something up. You can get a cargo net for this also, and a cargo shade. There is a hitch underneath that black cover, underneath the chrome, so you can haul different trailers with the vehicle. We can close the gate by pressing that switch up here. Down it comes. Chime warns you, the taillights flash at you. We'll work our way around now. Of course, it does have the passive entry system. So we see these little chrome buttons on the door handles. As long as we have the remote in our pocket and the doors are closed, we either lock or unlock the whole vehicle from the rear doors on either side or the passenger front door. But again, on the driver's door, if we press that, it'll be just like using the remote. Press it the first time to unlock the driver's door, press it again to unlock the rest of the vehicle. Or if it's unlocked, press it once, the whole car locks. It's unlocked right now, of course, so we'll look at the interior here now from the driver's point of view. It does have the memory seating that will not only store memory for the seat, but the power column, that is an electric column that will go up and down, in and out. That's part of the memory along with the outside mirrors. Your door lock switch ahead of the door handle, and of course your power mirror adjustments, the rear window switch, and then of course all 4 windows. The A is because the driver's window not only has express down but express up. Gives you the ability to close that window without hanging onto the switch if you'd like to. It's got an electric parking brake that's here on the left side of the steering column, along with the switch to increase or decrease the brightness of the dash lights. As I mentioned earlier, it does have the adaptive cruise control. Of course, the cruise switch looks the same. You can adjust your gap on how far you're going to be from the car ahead of you. It is equipped with a heated steering wheel. Right-hand side of the steering wheel, of course, is the controls for the driver's information center, and then the voice activation, whether you're using your phone or changing radio stations or want to do hands-free texting or giving directions to navigation. We'll go through all that when you stop in. Right-hand side of the steering wheel, there's a handle over there. That's, of course, your front and rear windshield wipers and washers. And, of course, on the driver's side, the handle there is for your turn signals, for the high beams and low beams, although the nice part about this is this has IntelliBeam headlamps, so we can turn that on, and now you no longer have to turn on your high beams and low beams. The car has got a sensor that will take care of that for you. Yes, it still has OnStar. Every one of our GM vehicles have that. It also has Wi-Fi capability. It will help you with your My GMC app that you'll put on your computer, the phone app you put on your phone. So now remotely you can start or stop the vehicle, start it or shut the engine off remotely from your phone from any distance. Honk the horn. It's very nice, very convenient to use. So Dale Campbell here again at Don Johnson's. If you have any questions about this vehicle, give myself a call. You can reach me at 715-475-1414. Thanks for stopping by.